Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright. I'm Luigi Van 64D. It's Let's Play Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. That's what it's called. Looks like we finally figured out who the killer was. But getting him, dude. But I first gotta declare his motive. Otherwise, I can't get him. I can't believe it! Acro? It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is! And to think it was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeez, it's unbelievable! Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. He did? Psst, psst. My, he's just a little twerp, isn't he? Well, that's one way to... Hey, pal! You're gonna ignore me after what all this trouble does to bring you some evidence? Detective Gumshoe. Forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyway. No, Detective. I'm sorry. Now, why don't you relax a little? We've got some really tasty milk. How about a card trick, Detective? Well, if you insist. Now, about that evidence you mentioned. What is it? Here you go. Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room. The result of our investigation. You can look at it later. Won't Von Karma be mad that you're doing this? That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on the need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that happened in court up till now has gone according to our plan. Von Karma looked like she was in a pretty big hurry, though. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were put into place. Final plans? Final plans? Uh-huh. That reminds me, I got a message from the prosecutor for you. Judgment comes at the very last instant. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm going home. What did he mean by that? The very last instant part. Everything he said seemed pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. Don't scare me like that. It looks like there's a large care package in the circus for the defendant. For me? It's milk. The reception area looked like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of the milk? For me? Who could have sent it, I wonder? Well, if only I had a glass of milk to calm me down. Alright, let's get started. This court is now in session. Shall we continue our proceedings? Miss Von Karma, please continue to where you left off. I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship with the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get to get the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. About the ringmaster. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That was when the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. You're such a thoughtful young man. As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think of that Acro could kill the man he held in such esteem. You are absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for a cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? Actually, it's not that isn't the question I should be asking. There's a different question I need. So for right now, the defense has a right to cross-examine the witness. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive. Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness. Alright. Speaking of fabrication. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. We? Yes, my brother Sean and I. What? You have a brother? How old were you when this happened, Acro? I was 8 years old and my brother was 4. Your parents were very cruel, weren't they? Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us. Because it allowed us to meet wonderful people at the Very Big Circus. Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed. He's got a soft spot for sob stories, it looks like. Oh! There's no crying in court! Let's keep going! The witness may proceed to this testimony. That's when the ringmaster at the Very Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. No, go back, go back, go back. Press it. Press the witness. How would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster? He was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother, all rolled up into one. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had. What about other people at the circus? This was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were only a few customers coming in, so no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the ringmaster, he would always come and see us with a laugh and a smile. What a beautiful story. That's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him. Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person? I know. He seems like a nice guy. Which is what makes this so difficult. So, then how long have you been a performer? I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. What? You started off as an acrobat at that early of an age? I begged the ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We called ourselves the Flying Dinglingberries. It's nearly a household name. I've even heard of them in Germany. Liar! The point is that I wanted to be of some use to the circus. You are truly a remarkable young man. The judge keeps looking at Acro almost like a proud father. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster? Ah! How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have some sort of fundamental understanding of this witness's testimony? Or the heartfelt emotions contained within? You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard. Ah! Ow! 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 No matter how you look at it, there's no way I could see this witness ever taking the victim's life. Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them. I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking like a jerk. I think that will do enough for now. Pondering whether or not this witness would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that this is pretty much unlikely. Exactly right, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. What was Acro's motive for killing the ringmaster? Well, how about it? Can you explain that to me? I can't provide one. Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start! Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all! Ah! You foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools are so foolhardily foolish! Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was, "This is the real killer of Russellberry, ringmaster." If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Acro, you didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murder plot was not the ringmaster. He did not plan to kill Russellberry. What? No shock value. Order! Order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is, smack anyone who is loud in the face. Twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to my court? Oh! Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to his court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro is trying to kill someone else? Actually, I was, actually. This person! Regina Berry? This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
Objection!
You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question. He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to do is say, "You're wrong." That's it. That's it! Mr. Phoenix Wright! Enough! Mr. Wright, allow me to... Oh! The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself! Huh? And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright! Show me the evidence, now! I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry. Yes, me too! I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl. Alright then, take this! Alright, Mr. Wright. At this point, the only thing that's important is evidence. This better not be a bluff. You're going to... Oh! You're not going to fool me, Mr. Phoenix Wright! Those two are finishing each other's sentences now. Must be the special bond between whipper and whipped. Patience is running thin, Mr. Wright! Present the evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl. So wait a second. Oh wait, you mean not who it was? Okay, then take this! Acro, did you have any recollection of seeing this? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat? Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, "To the Murderer." Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So you're saying that he called Russellberry with that note? There's just one little problem. Problem? Acro did indeed place this note in someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person the note was intended for was none other than the Regina Berry. Order! 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 But Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours is the truth, Your Honor. This isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the ringmaster, read the note? Mm-hmm, that's correct. The ringmaster ended up in the plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake. Instead of Regina. That's incredible! Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today? Lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out of the window myself. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived at the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it! I've got it! Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza. And that's when he let the bus fly. Hey, Nick. Isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience? She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it. Acro wrote this note to Regina.
Objection!
Foolishly foolish fool with a foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish tomfoolery. You're so foolish. You made me sound like foolhardy fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Uh-huh. That's a line in the note, all right. Well, then if this note was sent to Regina Berry, then that must mean it. The note is declaring that Regina Berry is the murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter. But hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to us in the note? The incident 6 months ago. That incident 6 months ago. I know all about it. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I'm more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. Moron! Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. Conclusive evidence in that incident 6 months ago is actually... Thank you, Gumshoe! What is... This is it. Well, I kind of figured I'd try to get rid of evidence I don't need anymore. Well, from now on, you can do those sort of things at home, on your own time. Whoops. Please present this conclusive evidence, Mr. Wright. I'm almost to the big climax of this case, which means that no matter what, I can't mess up again. I don't have enough life for that now. Conclusive evidence that the incident 6 months ago is actually... Take this. What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for. What do you mean? The victim would arrive and try to take away the wooden box. That's when they discover the decisive evidence found inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone using a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways! If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? Bad. Who is this? Oh, don't go there. This is Acro's younger brother. What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead! Technically, it's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him? Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution would has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state. A lion? Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her. So then what happened to Acro's brother? He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident. I see. Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened with the bat was actually an accident? It was just an accident. Exactly that. I suppose it was truly an accident. It's essential that a man knows when to give up, Mr. Phoenix Wright. It's impossible to prove Vegeta's involvement in the murder attempt, isn't it? Ha! Instigating a lion to attack. Who have ever heard of something like that? And to think that the defense claimed that this was conclusive evidence. A small bottle of pepper. A lion. What's the connection? Oh! What's the matter, Nick? I figured it out. Wow, it was right in front of my nose the entire time. Your Honor, wait. What is it? The lion biting the bat was no accident at all. What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's no way that Regina would ever entice her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother, Bat. But this... That's just a scarf. Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who was the one that gave this scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina. There's something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor. And that might be... Pepper. 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 Regina gave this scarf to Bat right before the accident. And she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what's with the silent treatment? But go away, stop. Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal. But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Regina gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's this crime in that? It still seems like the judge doesn't get it. Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Smiling? The lion was smiling? Right before Bat was bit by the lion, for a moment the lion's mouth changed like it was smiling. Lions smile? I've never heard of them smiling. However, lions sneeze. Leon didn't plan on biting Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. He sneezed because of all the pepper spread on the scarf. What? You fool! You've got to be kidding me! Objection! What's the matter, Miss Von Karma? I object for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really plan to say this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot! So it's a joke of an accident to you, huh? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I said was true? Acro, you don't mean... You can't mean... Witness! Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it isn't hard to swallow. But it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I dropped Max's bust on top of the ringmaster's head, where is the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof, to be more precise. Murder weapon? The bust that the defense claims that was used. Would have to be found in Acro's room. It would covered with the victim's blood. That would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, as it would be. The bust. Nick, you gotta do something. This is the last step. If I go on this right one, case is won. Can't search Acro's room. It wasn't in there. You can see how things work out first. Yes. It might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but why aren't you going to search his room? Looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the truth, meaning of von Karma total justice. I guess. I figured with you that's the least I should expect. You leave no stone unturned. Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We've already searched Acro's room yesterday. What did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in the room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright, the bust wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise. And we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. It looks like the coup de grace in this case was ever so sweet. But, what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense. But the important evidence here is about the death of the ringmaster. I think you should remember that. Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust, where is it now? Where is the bust right now? You're Phoenix Wright! You know where the bust is, I'm sure you do! There's not even a single clue! How am I supposed to know where the bust is? It seems as if this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short. Thank you for your support. Now, if you'll please excuse me, Mr. Wright. I think that brings to an end the cross-examination of this witness. Where's Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue. Huh? What? We need time to do what? Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she? Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? What? Is he talking to me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait. You can't be serious. Acrobats always have lives on the line, don't they? That's how Acro's lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose. Very well. The defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walking the tightrope of logic. There's no room for a false step. Sink or swim. The only way through is forward. I mean, literally, I can't make a mistake. If I do, I run out of I run out of credibility. The murder weapon. Where is Max's bust now? I only get one shot at this. Oh. It's not anywhere in his house. It's not anywhere. It's not anywhere in the circus. It's not anywhere. Where I always have the life on the line, but Eureka! I got it! It's obvious! The bust is inside this very courtroom! It's obvious? Allow me to pinpoint the location of this bust once and for all! Obviously, it is here! Acro, I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you're a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because if it seems to me, it'd be really easy to hide, say, a bust under there. Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you could laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you couldn't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karmer happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it, in the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Could you please remove the blanket from your wheelchair? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. You fool! How could you? You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them. Miss Franziska Von Karmer and Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know that to launch this surprise search on my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence. The cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away in the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try to hide the bust. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Ms. Von Karmer, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court, hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karmer. It all makes sense now. I can't believe that Von Karmer thought that far ahead. It's amazing. Uh-huh. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't. I can't believe it. I failed. Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that. It doesn't matter now, though. It seems as if we finally arrived at the truth. Acro. Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime. Acro? All my brother did was want Regina to like him. That's why he'd tease her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered his scarf with pepper. I know she didn't want anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never, ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believed in that so purely. She would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina. What do you mean by that? So you're saying that you are a victim in all this as well? No, that's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first, I thought I'd kill myself. Then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just leave up and leave. I just couldn't. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. I'm an idiot! I can't believe it! You beat me! Again! I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Not guilty! This court is adjourned. Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Oh, congratulations! Congratulations, Mr. Max! Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room? We're just thinking about Acro. No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy. Huh? She's been like this for a while now. It's all my fault! Sweetie pie. Bad and Acro! And I'm coming back! No, everyone's gonna split up! Regina? Mr. Wright, tell me something. What do you want to know, Regina? Acro said something right at the end. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean that Acro, is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? I don't think so. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina. Are you sure? Are you really sure? I can believe that. Yep. Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. That's true. That's true. I was supposed to see some evidence. Huh? Acro said that all the time to you, so I thought I looked at me too. Bat. It means bat. Why else would he stick around? It's Bat. Take that! Acro didn't want to just get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again. But... That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. He is, huh? Right now, Acro's been caught. Uh-huh. I know! What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes. Then he can meet Acro again. That's so sweet of you, Regina. Sorry, Acro. Sorry, Bat. Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and wrap up the contract. I understand. Such a fabulous thing for you to do to me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now? That's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Huh? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone's just sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision. What is it? I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn the circus into the best circus this world has ever seen. The best circus the world has ever seen? Don't laugh. Amazing. Yay! I can't wait. Then I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means the circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen. Max. Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you? I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to the court today? We've got to work together to make this very big circus bigger than it's ever been. Mo. Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the very big circus without Regina Berry. Max. Nick. Seems like everything's going to turn out alright here. We can't wait to go see the big circus the world's ever seen. We'll save you the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats. Well, that's a lot of laughing. Just like you thought. Yesterday's search really paid off, sir. You had it all figured out yesterday, didn't you? You mean Mr. Wright? Of course. Well, Detective, my plane is about to leave. Do me a favor and try not to be too harsh on Acro. Once I get back, I'll make a stop on the Chief Prosecutor's office. Yes, sir. I've been waiting for you. Goodbye, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, so he's dead after all? What? Farewell, my turnabout. So with this next turnabout, looks like we gotta go do stuff. Alright. We have one more turnabout unlocked. Well then, so we'll see in case 4 of case 4 of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All on Luigi Van 64D. See you next time.